What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So I've done a video on every single dungeon that I gold farm. Well, pretty much, I'm missing a couple, but most of them have some video that's titled something like why you should farm this dungeon, why people are farming Scarlet Monastery, and so on. But I haven't really done the raids, and since I'm doing like a top raid farming for gold making, I wanted to do the videos individually first at like old raids that's typical to farm, so that I can refer to these videos when I make the top 5 list, if that makes any sense. Now, before we dive into the video, I do want to mention that you guys can still grab the 0 to 10 million gold guide, and if you use the code Shadowlands, you get it for 50% off. And a big thank you to everyone that has picked it up lately, and your support and your positive feedback on it. It's been absolutely insane. And I can't wait to update this book for Dragonflight. And if there's any concerns about this, then just know that if you buy the book, you will receive every single update for Dragonflight for free. You just buy the book one time, and you will receive the updates to every single future expansion for free. So you can check it out clicking the link down in the description. Now, the first raid we're going to do is KARAZHAN. Like, why on earth are people farming KARAZHAN? You've probably seen it. You probably dropped by my live stream. You've seen some people farming KARAZHAN. And we're going to talk a bit about why that is. Because there's 2 ways. There's 3 ways of farming KARAZHAN. And we're going to go through all of them. The big obvious one, and probably the best way of farming KARAZHAN, is literally just running... taking a right, like you saw me just do right here, and killing the beasts. Now, this is a skinning farm. It is one of, if not the best way of getting TBC leather, like just the plain not tight leather from these guys. You just go in, you kill all of these lizards. Like you can see, the density is really good in this place. So you just kill all of these bats, and then once you've killed all the bats, you go into the last room, and you kill all of these dogs. There's a ton of these dogs as well. The cool thing about this is the fact that you're not killing any bosses, right? You're not killing any bosses, so after killing these mobs right here, you can simply just loot them, skin them. Once you're done, you can run out of the dungeon, reset the dungeon, run back in, re-enter a dungeon. Like, you just run it on repeat constantly. Well, 10 times an hour is the amount of times you can do it before you get dungeon locked out. And that is pretty steady, because it also kind of jumps over to the second reason of why you should farm KARAZHAN. And that is just because you're banking for world drop epics, plans, and patterns. So if you guys aren't aware, TBC plans and patterns are very lucrative because there's so many cool ones, like the Felsteel Longblade and the Corium Champion. Just so many different plants and patterns that can drop in TBC. And KARAZHAN has a lot of mobs, so it's a super solid way of getting those items. The only thing that you should be concerned with is the fact that there's a lot of other ways where you can get plants and patterns from TBC, other dungeons and raids, that you will also make steady gold on, or like they're useful in some other way. But I'm going to get back to that when we do the videos on each of those raids and dungeons, right? Because there's so many options in TBC. This is pretty much just for, if you do the skinning part, just go and kill the beast. You can get the epics, and the steady gold is obviously going to be with the leather that you also get. And besides from that, you would only really do KARAZHAN if you want to get this soul essence as well. The soul essence needed to craft the soul cloth, so you can do that, craft it in the soul cloth, sell the soul cloth, or craft the soul cloth items themselves, right? So that's another way you can make gold. But looking at this density right here, it's fun, it's different to run it. Is it good though? Yeah, I mean, I still consider KARAZHAN good. I've received a lot of good items from KARAZHAN, and just the density, that's what really makes this place, is the density of mobs. Like, look at these packs. Just clear all of these bad boys. This is the route that I normally take, by the way, when I farm KARAZHAN, so you guys don't have to watch my ancient video on how to farm KARAZHAN. So I always go in. Obviously, as I mentioned, you can't kill any bosses, because if you kill bosses, you're going to be locked to the dungeon, and you can't run it no more. But these hallways right here, always worth to check these out, or check them out, clear them out rather, in hopes of getting those sweet epic items. There is also some blue items like the Crown of Endless Knowledge, for instance, which is very good blue transmog items. There's some good green transmog items like the Bloodforge set and the Dragon Wing Blade, but there isn't really that many compared to like classic raids and dungeons. But it's a different farm. It's a fun one. You're getting both the soul essence and the nether weave, so all the materials needed to craft the soul cloth. So that's pretty cool. And once you cleared out that room, you do want to go into this room right here because you want to clear these spectator mobs. Like, these are really good. You just attack like one of them, one from each group, and they will all come flowing to you. You clear out these. You do have plenty of time to also kill like all of these individual mobs when you're doing your run. There's no point not doing it since you can only do 10 runs in an hour. You might as well knock those out, right? And then once you're done with these bad boys, just clear all of these. You can run to the other side too. It really depends on your speed set, like how fast can you move, how much shit can you kill. You basically want to time your run to be exactly 6 minutes each run, including vendor break, if you can. But then we're killing these bad boys right here, and then we're running in a circle, clearing out all of these packs. And once again, the density, absolutely insane in this place. So as I was talking about, the only reason why you would do other dungeons is because each other raid gives you something else. This raid's good for skinning, good for soul cloth. But then you have Sunwell, which gives you the gems, and BOP plans and patterns, so you can run it on your specific crafter. Black Temple with different materials as well. But once you're done with this little route, you just jump down to the basement right here where we kill the beasts. You just run out from the dungeon, and then boom, you're done. You reset the dungeon, and you're ready to run back in. So very solid farm. I'm not going to do a gold per hour on these because it really depends on what you're getting, right? But there is good items. Every single epic plan and pattern, you should look out for it, like the Fell Steel. Like, you have the Fell Steel Longblades, market value of almost 1 million gold. You have the Black Fell Steel Bracers. There's just a ton of them. You have Corium Champion. I'm not sure. The plan is up on the auction house. Also market value of hundreds of thousands of gold. Bunch of these items. And then you have a bunch of epic transmog items that's also very good. Like Staff of Natural Fury is a decent one. And then you have the crystal. It's called the Singing Crystal War Axe. This one, that's a pretty badass mog these days. It sells for hundreds of thousands of gold. So that's why people are doing KARAZHAN. They're either just doing it for skinning. They can't be arsed to kill everything else. Just go in, kill mob, skin, then go out because they want the not tied leather. Or they do just the full session that I just showed you guys in this video in order to try and get to like the plants and the epic transmog items. And that is pretty much it. You know, some people are also doing the full run because when you get like to the mobs before Shade, there's a lot of mana mobs that can drop motes of mana. But that will, like, eventually, if you do that long route, there's better ways of getting primal mana, and you're going to get locked to the dungeon. So it's not my favorite thing to do, at least. But that's it for today's video. So if you like this video, please press the thumbs up so I can see that there's some interest in keeping on this series, doing the other raids as well. And if you're excited about the other videos, make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, and you will be notified whenever I upload another video. That's it for today, though. Don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide, and I'll see you all back in tomorrow. But until then, bye-bye.